Phaeton entered the gleaming palace of the sun god and walked into the throne room. He stopped in the doorway, blinded by the radiance of Helios, the sun god, who wore a purple robe and sat on a high throne of emeralds. Around Helios stood his attendants, whose names were day, month, year, century, hours, spring, summer, autumn, and winter.
Come to me, my boy. What brings you to seek your father?
I came to beg your promise to act familiar your son. The boys at school laughed at me and said I'm not. But Mark always said my father is the son.
Calamity is right. The nymph Calamity had a child by me, and it was you. To prove I'm your father, I'll give you anything you ask. I swear it by Styx, the river of oaths.
But this is the one wish I cannot grant, my son. The trip is too dangerous. Even Jupiter, greatest of all the gods, cannot drive my winged horses. They're hot with fire.
No, you can't. How can you fight the sin of the world? How can you fight the wild beasts and the terrible monsters?
The sun god tried to stall for time, but the goddess Dawn was coming quickly upon the palace, getting ready to throw open her crimson doors and shine forth. The moon's thin crescent had vanished from sight. The stars had taken flight. It was time for Helios's fiery chariot to begin its daily course across the sky. The four-winged horses stamped their hooves and breathed fire from their nostrils as two goddesses, both named Hours, fastened their jingling harnesses. The sun god rubbed a magic salve on Phaeton's face to shield him from the heat. He set his crown of flashing sunbeams on the boy's head. Then he looked at his son and sighed.
At least listen to my advice. Keep the middle path. Do not veer off to the side. Neither get too high nor too low, for the sky and earth need equal heat. If you're too high, you'll burn the sky. If you're too low, you'll burn the earth.
All right, Father.
Follow the wheel tracks of my daily path. Spare the whip and hold the reins tightly.
I will, Father, I will.
And beware the northern bear twisting snake in the sky.
It's time, Father. Day's long, night is long.
Don't go, my son. Let me give the world light today.
But Phaeton couldn't hear his father. The swift hooves of the horses ripped open the clouds. Then the winged steeds soared higher and higher into the sky. Phaeton pulled hard on the reins, but he couldn't slow the horses down. He looked widely around, but he couldn't see the wheel tracks. The horses had left their worn path. As he wheeled off course, Phaeton's sunbeams warmed the constellations. The snake stirred from its icy numbness. The great bear woke up in a rage and began lumbering around about the heavens. Phaeton looked below, and when he realized how far the earth was, he became sick with fright. He called in panic for his father's help. He yelled for his horses to stop, but the horses galloped out of control. Phaeton dropped the reins, and the horses bounded into regions they'd never traveled before. They crashed into stars. All of heaven cried out in terror as the fiery chariot careened off his course. The moon, the skies, and the earth all caught fire. Flames spread across the mountain tops and burned the snow, spilling black smoke into the clouds. Even Mount Olympus, home of all the gods, was beseamed with fire.
Hurl your lightning bolts now and end this fiery death caused by Phaeton.
Jupiter, hypnotized by his sight of flames licking the world, roused himself when he saw Mother Earth dying. He rolled his thunder, then he lifted a giant bolt of lightning behind his head and flung it through the sky. The bolt struck the sun chariot, breaking its wheel and spokes. And fire extinguished fire, flame put out flame, and the mad horses leapt from their harnesses as Phaeton fell from the sky. Phaeton's hair was on fire as he fell, leaving behind a trail of sparks. He looked like a falling star. Far from home, half a world away from his mother, he fell into a river. The sun god held Phaeton's poor smoldering body and bathed his burning face. Then the water nymphs buried Phaeton. When Jupiter went to see the sun god, he found him sitting on his emerald throne with his head bowed, not moving as he sat in mourning. Jupiter bid Helios to look up and answer him for not driving his golden chariot.
I have no choice. The boy's ambition nearly ended the world. Mother Earth was burning and dying, but now she is too cold, Helios. She needs your heat, or she will die from freezing. Rise, Helios! Stop blaming me for your son's death.
The sun god stepped on into the gleaming golden chariot. He put his crown of flashing sunbeams, the same crown Phaeton had worn. And as the leaping sun god grabbed the reins tightly and snapped them, they bolted into the boundless blue sunlit sky.